everybody, I'm Jack from This is Raw Chuck Living. Thanks for joining me today. Been working at home, about to get out of the house here in a little bit, but now it's starting to rain, so we'll see. Anyway, I've been wanting to do some more, I've been wanting to do some beginner type videos recently, because I think, you know, I watch a lot of videos, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do too, but sometimes they're all geared towards us people that are already doing, eating this way. And you know, sometimes I look around and I try to, you know, go back and look at some of the basic raw vegan videos that people have out there, and yeah, just thought I had a few tips that I would share with people today that are just starting this lifestyle. And these tips can be applicable to raw till 4 or just being a vegan. But one of the first things I would say you do when you have switched to a raw vegan diet, lifestyle, whichever word you want to call it, is I would say educate yourself. And in the beginning, you want to start setting yourself down the right road for education. Well, what's the right road? And that's a relative, that's very relative. I've got 3 sources in mind that I would recommend. And these are my, like I say, what's always on this channel, it's just my opinion and my best recommendations. You might know somebody with better ones, but I would always recommend, one of the first books I read was The China Study. The China Study is just going to basically explain the big picture to you. I mean, I don't know if everything is 100% accurate in there or what have you, but it opens your eyes. Like I say, that was the first book I read after I became raw vegan, and it just kind of opened my eyes to how food is our medicine and how food controls what goes on in our body so much more than what we've been led to believe. That's a good one. I haven't read this book yet, but I would like to get this. I'm actually thinking about getting it for a friend, Reversing Heart Disease by Dr. Esselstyn. The reason I start off by recommending these 2 books is they're a little, you know, you see people like me and you see the spiritual and you see hippie types out there talking about this lifestyle. Sometimes you need, I know it's weird, but you need that authority looking figure, and I just like Dr. Campbell and Dr. Esselstyn. And they've got some really good stuff out there. I mean, they're both very knowledgeable guys on the subject. And then what I'm reading right now that I've mentioned in several videos, Becoming Raw. Brenda Davis and, I forget the Greek lady's name, but anyway, Becoming Raw, you can check that out. But it is a good, I'm finding Becoming Raw is maybe a good just resource to have around, because I could recommend Becoming Raw to a complete beginner, and I could recommend it to somebody that's done this lifestyle. I mean, I just got it, and I've been eating like this for 2.5 years. So yeah, start educating yourself and see why. Just see why and how all this stuff works, and like how food actually works in your body. The next thing, and I've talked about this in other videos before, is you want to transition slowly. You want to make sure it's going to stick. Sometimes people get so excited and they see what other people are doing, and they see people at other levels, and they don't realize, well, these people are at other levels because they've been eating like this for quite some time. I forget, I mean, I'm not going to just say statistics show or studies show, because I don't have one to cite, but I have read multiple studies that just point toward the fact that the people that tend to be more successful doing this are the ones that transition properly, transition slowly. Now, you know, that's going to be different for everybody, but I guess just some loose guidelines, a little advice on that is, I would say, push yourself lightly, don't push yourself too hard. If it feels like, that's always been my path so far on this path, is just kind of like, you know, I can't just totally sit back and say, okay, I'll wait till desire goes away, but I don't want to force myself and be uncomfortable all the time, because then that just leads towards failure. So transition slowly. You've got to eat enough calories. That was one of my, I don't remember if that was 2 videos ago, 3 videos ago, but eat, and eat more. You have to eat. You are not going to be successful eating this way if you're hungry all the time, if you don't get enough to fuel your body. You've got to eat, and you want to get those carbs. That you'll have to look around on. I'm not recommending their I'm about 80-10-10. I don't follow their regimen 80-10-10, but I would say as the numbers go, I'm probably pretty much about 80-10-10, 80% carbohydrates, 10% fat, 10% protein. But you have to eat enough. If you don't eat enough, you're lightheaded. You don't have the energy to get you through the day. You're going to tend to be deficient in a lot of nutrients and vitamins and minerals and everything if you're not eating enough. So eat enough. Drink water. You need to drink plenty of water on this on this lifestyle. Anybody needs to drink water. Water's just, we're all dehydrated. Almost all of us are dehydrated. Now, I'm used that term, you're probably like, I'm not dehydrated, but you're thinking of the term where you're about to die. Well, there's levels of dehydration. I feel like, I even am aware of this, and I'm making an effort, and I'm dehydrated most days. But you want to have plenty of water. It's going to help flush your body out, and there's going to come times where, there's some times where you think you're hungry, and you're just thirsty. Now, I kind of walk the line on that advice because, in the way we eat, we're not, if you're hungry, always eat. But, sometimes that hunger pang is signaling that you're actually, that maybe you need some liquid also, or maybe you need some water to hydrate yourself. So make sure you stay hydrated. You've got to change your setting. I look at this like going to rehab, or even if you don't go to rehab. It's very similar to when you quit smoking or when you quit drinking alcohol. When you quit smoking, some of the best advice is to just you've got to get away from it for a while. The same with the drinking. Like, I'm not saying forever you're going to have to go away, even if for drinking and smoking. You don't have to go away forever where you can't be around social situations. But in that crucial stage in the beginning, you don't need those distractions around you. So I realize a lot of you out there, you probably have loved ones, spouses, significant others, children, what have you, that don't eat like you do. So it's going to be around. But as much as possible, you want to get yourself out of the situations that are going to trigger you to eat things from your old way of living, your old lifestyle that you're trying to get away from. Become part of a community. We hear all the stories, we watch the videos, we interact on social media. And for so many of us, I would say it's a huge percentage. It may be the majority. So many of us are the only vegans, much less raw vegans, in our everyday life. I mean, I come across a vegan every once in a while. There's a nice lady where I work right now. She's vegan, but except for the stray person guest passing through where I work, I don't have vegans in my life. I sure don't have raw vegans in my life. So you have to go to the internet. You have to find communities on the internet where you feel comfortable. You have to find communities on the internet. Look for communities on the internet where there's some knowledgeable people, where there's a mix of really the people that know what they're doing on this and are very knowledgeable about it. And there's also some newbies on there too. I feel like a lot of those boards that are mixed, if you get into too advanced of a board, they're just, like eggheads talking a lot of science and particulars. But if you get on a board, there's a mix with some newbies and you'll find some nice boards out there where people are actually happy to help new people to this lifestyle. So yeah, get involved. You got to talk with people. Even if it can't be in your day-to-day life, do it online. And the last one I will actually say that's a great tip, actually become a vegan. Look into the ethical aspect of being a vegan. Understand, besides our health, and maybe the #1 reason why we shouldn't be consuming animal products. Watch Earthlings. Watch Earthlings. It's a tough movie to watch, but if you're not dedicated, and I haven't watched the movie, I watched a little bit of it because, I give myself a pass from not watching it, because if I ever feel like I'm going to go back to animal products, I promise you I'll sit down and watch the whole thing. But I'm convinced I'm not eating animal products. I'm not wearing animal products to the best of my knowledge. Or at least, hey, I've probably got a belt that could have some leather, but I'm not buying anymore. I will never buy animal products to the best of my knowledge. So, become an ethical vegan. That gives you something else, if you're just in this for the health. And I know a lot of the ethical vegans don't even think people should, there's lines there. It's like it's not about the health, but whatever you got to do, whatever we've got to do to save this planet and have less animals killed. But if you'll have that, if you'll actually get involved with some of the ethical aspects of veganism, you got to fall back there. Because for me right now, and you know what, sorry, after watching something like that and knowing how animals suffer, oh, what am I gonna? And you know, what would I do? Come on a video and actually tell you, well, you know, this animal was tortured, but I had a craving, so I'm gonna be gentle with myself. I ate this. No, I'm not gonna eat. I'm not gonna eat animal products. That's off the table. Maybe I'll eat. Maybe I'll go crazy one day and need something in my body that I'm craving. I'll drink a bottle of olive oil, or I'll eat something that's very horrible, but it won't be an animal product. But anyhow. If anybody new out there is watching, welcome to the Raw Vegan world. You can be successful on this lifestyle. There's a lot of varying opinions out there, and I would encourage you to get all of those varying opinions. I would not encourage you to, you know, early in your journey, find your one guru or your one person that's your one source of information and just camp out on them and just watch them all the time. Get people that fight with each other. If this person does a video mocking this person or talking about this person, watch his video and then watch the other person's video, because you know what they say about opinions are like. Anyhow, I hope you guys found this one healthy. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. So hope you'll subscribe to the channel and share this one, so maybe we can help a few beginner raw vegans, or beginner raw to 4 people, or beginner vegans, or people that just want to eat better. I don't give a damn. I just want to help people to be a little bit healthier than they are today. Anyhow, you guys have a wonderful day. The sun actually came back out. I'm going to get a shower and I'm going to get out of the house for a while. Peace.